microphone in front of me, my health improves. Thanks to the mystical wonders of the universe, the wireless telephone, I found out that something was being done in my honor. So I asked a good friend and former student and foster daughter, Judy Donroy, to bring me over, and I'm sorry that we missed it. We walked in, and you know how people say nobody's replaceable? You guys sound absolutely wonderful. You sound wonderful. Barry, best I've heard you. Where's Barry?
He's back over here the other side.
And life goes on. I want to share just a few things with you. Does everybody know what's going on with me? I'm dying of cancer. Or as the people of the wellness community used to say, living with cancer. And I have a wonderful friend strapped to my side. When I start to feel bad, I push the button. And I soar off into a happy land. When I was a child, more childish than now, I had my learner's permit. I would drive my father on a Sunday afternoon to a funeral, to a wedding, to a bris, to a hospital bed. And I got to watch a rabbi in action dealing with life. And the number of times I heard him or another rabbi say, "Behold, I put before you life and death. Choose life." It sounded nice. You know, it rolled around nicely. And now that it becomes an instance, it makes so much more sense to choose life. Dying, not so much. Nobody should have to die. But if you do, to do it the way I'm doing it, with painkillers, and most important, with people. People very often don't stop and say to you how much they care, so you think they don't. And in my case, I was pretty much supposed to die a year ago. Kaiser Hospital on Cadillac. Don't go there. You laugh. They sent me home with a diagnosis that was pretty much, we're going to send you home and hope you don't die. And I said, so you mean when my friends ask me what my doctor's plan for me is, the plan is hope. Hope is a good plan. It wasn't working out. And they misdiagnosed me for a couple of years and they sent me home to die. And ha-ha, I didn't do that. But a good friend of mine, her name's Linda, said, "Not taking you there, I'm taking you over to Kaiser Sunset, where my husband and my father were treated." And they said, "We're not letting you out of here until we figure out what's wrong," and they removed a 2-centimeter tumor from my small intestine. And then they said, "You're cured." Oh, they're close. Not quite on. And so, as always, when you start beating up on cancer, you beat up on the weak ones. It's good bullying. Not gold bullion, I wish. But good bullying. And the strong guys grow back, which is what's happening with me. That's not your problem. What your problem is living is choosing life. And what I've learned in the last few months, and especially in the last few weeks, is that everybody's basically trying to be good. People who don't know what to say to you, when they hear what you're going through, they say stupid stuff, but they say it with the best of intentions. And you smile, and you take it not for what they say, you take it for what they mean. And I've learned in my wise old age of 63, I look exactly like my father, who is 94. It's true. I showed my brother a picture yesterday, and he said, "That's Dad." I said, "No, no, no, no. It's me." And you surround yourself with good people. My children are phenomenal. They are the third most, no. They are the, I had this worked out. They are two of the top 3 best kids in the universe. Yours is the third. Before you get mad. Third and fourth if you like, and if you're crazy, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. And I wake up every day, and I stop during the day, and I cry. I cry tears of joy, because I have been blessed with wonderful people, with doctors who come by just to listen. I had a counseling session the other night at 10:30 at night for about an hour at the hospital with the head nurse. I was the counselor. Because how often do you have the opportunity to say in retrospect, "This is what I've discovered." It's like reading your obituary by mistake in the newspaper and saying, "You know what? Life is good. Life is amazing. People are amazing. You are amazing." And being able to be part of you is a blessing. To hear that in the middle of everything, in the middle of saying atonement for whatever you have supposedly done, to stop and take time for Joel Pressman, whoever the hell he is. Excuse me, I said hell.
Twice.
Shit, I wasn't supposed to. I can do it. I've been teaching for 38 years. I've had to watch my language. Who cares now? They're going to fire me? And I just want, as I go, you've heard lots of poems about going quietly. That's not me. You shut up. That's not me, because I have so much to say. A week from tomorrow, today's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
A week from tomorrow, I'm going to be allowed to see Attica Park if they don't throw me out for chess matches. Just kind of holding court in my wise old way, saying goodbye to people. The reason the rabbi said don't squeeze me on the side is I have a thing, a pin, a needle that goes in here, and it hurts. And what I want to do is hug people, and I will, but not to the point of bleeding. My friend, the costumer, who's also a Nobel player, gifted woman, I'm going to ask her to make me a sort of a padded bra shirt so I can hug people with impunity. But I just want to say to the entire world, and you're my first, other than the guy at the hospital at 10:30 at night, you're my first. It is a wonderful world. If you choose to see it as so, if you choose to make it as so, if you choose to pay it forward, if you choose to see the good in people and not the stupid-ass things that people say when they're trying to do the right thing. This temple has been very good to me. I put a notice on Facebook that I was cleaning out my classroom, and I'd like some of my students to come and help so that the next person here was not inundated with 4 decades worth of detritus. And Jeff and Jerry showed up. Rabbi, what is the female of mensch?
It's equal. It's from both of them.
It's mensch.
Mensch is fine.
Or Jeff.
Mensch, Jeff.
When I first started here, I thought, what a very bizarre place this is. It was, my holidays in the, oh, come on, brain, it was a good joke. New York in the summer, in the mountains.
Catskills.
The Catskills. It was High Holidays in the Catskills, with the rabbi going, and now a very serious prayer, and and Jimmy will lead it. Jimmy, how's the gallbladder? And I thought, why is he doing that? And then I've come to realize it's about people. It's about caring about people. It's about caring about their gallbladder, because that's real. And you are blessed to have people who don't stand on ceremony. They put on a great ceremony, but it's all about humanity. And that's what it's really about. One thing I've discovered in all my little pontificating over the last few months is there's no good exit line. Been thinking about my tombstone. I've been thinking about, did I ever tell you this story about it's not as good as Noel Coward, who supposedly said, either this wallpaper goes or I do. I wish that had been mine. I think it's brilliant. In my case, I have a very rare cancer, and they said, well, we can give you this chemo, but you have a genetic mutant in the system that's unusual. And this is unusual. I thought of having a tombstone that said he was unusual. And I say that as a source of pride, because we are all unique. And we can either wallow in it, or we can say, good, who wants to be normal? And I don't want to be normal. Given a choice, on a list of 1,000 things, dying would not be one of them. But I do not fear that, nor should you. You should rejoice in the people in your life. You should rejoice in every good thing you've ever done. You should rejoice in the people around you who care for you and love you. And now I'm starting to sound like a 100-year-old guru. Please don't come up and tell me how good I look for my age. Okay? I'm off of chemo, so my hair, which was falling out a lot, is now only falling out a little. Don't talk about it. I'm sick. Okay? Don't try to reassure me. Don't try to tell me God has another plan for me. I could never believe in a God that would save me from this, because then that would require my believing in a God that would do this. I believe in a God that did exactly what we were told. You have choices. Choosing life doesn't mean not dying. It means choosing to live every minute of life that you're given. And if it's 6 minutes, you make it a really good 6 minutes. And if it's 60 years, you make it a good 60 years. And I have been blessed. This theater is my theater. I've lived here 38 years in this theater. I've spent the night in this theater, like an idiot. And I know I've already crossed the line of taking up too much of your time, but I have so much more to say, and I will continue to say it. And for some of you out there who are my former students, I will be over your shoulder. Right? I will be over your shoulder 10 years from now going, and I hope you'll listen, and if not do, at least consider. I've been ending my little speeches with simply, I love you. I don't even know all of you, but why wouldn't I love you? You're wonderful people. Thank you for letting me stand here and share my thoughts. God bless you.